Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What is the last thing your spouse does before going to bed? What is the last thing Lexi does before going to bed? Lexi puts her retainer in every night before she goes to bed. Or actually, when she's in bed, she'll put her retainer on. That's my answer. Okay, stop. Where is the strangest place you have ever made music together?
Made music together?
Okay, I'm going to say Lake Huron, which is just down the road from where Lexi lives. I'm going to let her explain that one. That's Lake Huron or Lake Huron. Next to Lake Huron. Okay. If your spouse were a fruit, if Lexi were a fruit, what would they be and what would she be and why?
Fruit.
Okay, let's move to the next question. What drink will your spouse say? What drink would Lexi say I prefer? A slow, comfortable cruise, sex on the beach, or a slippery nipple? I'm gonna say it could be any one of those three, but I think I'm gonna go for a slow, comfortable cruise. Okay. Will Lexi say you have or have not ever shaved him or her? Never. She's definitely never shaved any part of my body. What are you doing?
Getting different theory, yeah.
Okay. Which porno film would Lexi say most reminds her of me? Which porno film would you say Lexi says you most remind her of? Deep Throat, Long Dong Silver, I think it's supposed to be One Golden Blonde or Romancing the Bone. Which porno film will your spouse say you most remind her of?
Come on.
I'm going to go for One Golden Blonde. I think that's my answer. One Golden Blonde.
One Golden Blonde. Can I read a question? Which one are we on here?
Number 6. Or that one, number 7.
Oh, okay. When did you first know that you were in love?
I don't think there wasn't really one moment that I can say that I fell in love with Lexi. It definitely happened over the first 6 months to a year. I must have felt the most love for her probably when I was at the airport going back to South Africa. That was very sad. I knew I was going to see her in a couple of months, but that was probably the time where I probably realized it most. But like I said, definitely wasn't a once-off thing. It was a gradual progression.
And what was their most embarrassing moment? What was their most, does that mean what was your guys' most embarrassing moment or what?
What was Lexi's most embarrassing moment?
Okay.
Lexi's most embarrassing moment. I don't have an answer for that. I can't really remember Lexi's most embarrassing moment. I'll have to come back to that. I can't think of any now. When Lexi was small or little, when did What did they want to be when they grew up? I think I think Lexi always wanted to be an actress. She wanted to go to Hollywood and see if she can make it. Maybe one day she'll get to do that, but I think that's what she wanted to do. She studied PR and communications, and obviously theatre. She definitely wanted to be an actress. What is Lexi's favorite clothing item? Lexi's favorite clothing item, she likes her fashion. I'm going to have to say shoes though. She's got millions of pairs of shoes. And that's going to be my answer, is shoes. What food do they hate the most? What food does Lexi hate the most? Let's leave that one out, right? Okay. If you could visit any country in the world, where would you go? There's too many different countries I want to go and see. Like I said, I can't say one. Australia is one country that I've got to get to. Definitely high up on my list.
Why?
Why? Because I've got a good friend who's from just outside Sydney. I haven't seen him in a long time, Tim, and I want to go and see him. But like I said, there are too many. I hope to see many different places with Lexi, but that's it. Where did you go on your first date? We went to see a movie. We went to watch The Matrix, the second Matrix. We ended up leaving halfway through. It was a shocker. But that was our first date. What was the most romantic date you've gone on with them? Our 3-year anniversary, we went to the restaurant on the Eitzig farm in Constantia. I can't remember the name of it now, but Lexi will know. That was very romantic, and we sat right by the fireplace.
La Colombe.
That's it, La Colombe. And we've been on many romantic dates. So we went to Clifton Beach one Valentine's Day, which was also very romantic, one at 6 hours. Okay. If you were an animal, what would they be? If Lexi was an animal, what would she be? Animal. I have to come back to that one.
An animal.
What is her most annoying habit? Lexi, she can bite her nails, but she doesn't have any annoying habits.
Don't take that tone.
What was your first fight about? We've had our fair share of fights. I can't even remember what our first fight was about. Probably had something to do with rugby. I'll leave it at that. Who made the first move? I have to say I made the first move. It was in a pub. It was my second or third night in the country, and we got to the pub. We sent our American friend Brian Chartwine over to go and say hello to the girls, and we went over and sat at their table. Lexi got up to go to the toilet, and I sat in her seat, so she came back, and I ended up sitting on her lap. I was fairly intoxicated. Had a few beers, and the rest is history. Where was your first kiss? It was that night as we were leaving the pub, if I remember correctly. It might have actually been in the pub. It's hard to really say.
Good kiss?
It was a lovely kiss. Yeah, that was our first kiss. How did I propose? Fairly traditional. I went down on one knee by the fireplace at home on our 4th year anniversary. It was a very special evening. Yeah, we had a nice dinner at home. Sat down by the fireplace, a few glasses of wine, a couple of games of backgammon. Definitely caught her off guard and surprised her. Went down on one knee and asked her the question. Okay, that's it.
Good times.